पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. Welcome to all the devotees to our weekly Bhagavatam study. So, till now, we have been discussing from Canto 7, and we just started Canto 8, in which, being requested by Parikshit Maharaj, Sukadeva Goswami is talking about the different Manvantaras. How, in each and every Manvantara, Lord takes care of the protection of Varnashrama Dharma, so that people can practice their respective sadhanas and go back home back to Godhead. So during first Manvantara, there were 6 people who are taking this responsibility: Manu, Manuputras, Indra, Devatas, Saptarishis, and Manvantara Avatara. So during the first Manvantara, Swayambhuva Manu was the Manu, and his descendants were the Manuputras. Lord Yajna was Manvantara Avatara as well as Indra, and Devatas were there, Tushitas, and then Saptarishis are also there, Brahma's sons. Same way, second Swarocha Manvantara, third Uttama Manvantara, fourth Tamasa Manvantara, during which the Manvantara Avatara was Lord Hari. So one of the important activity that he performed is protecting Gajendra. So hearing that, Parikshit Maharaj says, actually this Gajendra story is very special. Can you please narrate in detail? In comparison to other pastimes of different Manvantara Avataras, the pastime of this Manvantara Avatara, Lord Hari, who protects Lord Gajendra, is very special, which is very important. Why it is, we are getting to understand now through the prayers and all. So now that story is been described. So Gajendra, a majestic elephant, powerful, strong. He had his female companions. Along with them, he enters into that vana, and that, just looking at him, even tigers, lions are fleeing away. Few sattvic animals are very friendly to Gajendra, and they are walking along with Gajendra, breaking trees because they are very huge. They need a good amount of space to walk. Whichever trees are coming on their way, they are breaking and then going and entering into a lake. In that lake, Gajendra was sporting with his female companions and also kids. Then suddenly a crocodile caught the leg of Gajendra. This is under the will of the providence. It did not happen just like that. By the desire of the providence only, it happened. Why it is so, we'll understand in the next chapter, fourth chapter. But in any case, because the reason is, in any case, if a crocodile attacks any elephant, it may try morning to evening, then it will give up. But this tug of war between the elephant and crocodile went on for many hundreds and thousands of years. Elephant is trying to bring the crocodile out of the water, and crocodile is trying to take the elephant inside the water. For 1,000 years, they are fighting with each other, trying to free each other from each other. But it went on for 1,000 years. Everyone was astonished. The female elephants are trying to help. Other animals are also trying to help, but they could not help. None of them could help. Then Gajendra understood that no one can help me in this world except that one called as Paramatma. When he understood that no one can help him to rescue from this crocodile, then he remembered the bhakti that he performed in the previous life. Whatever bhakti he performed in his previous life, that came to his rescue. Now, remembering that bhakti, remembering the understanding about the Supreme Lord which he had in the previous life, he begins to offer prayers unto that Supreme Lord to whom the entire world is worshipping and entire world is taking shelter of. So now in his prayers, he will address that Supreme Lord, he will glorify that Supreme Lord, he will explain his pitiable condition, he will seek protection from the Supreme Lord. In the initial prayers, as we saw in the previous class, he was asking that please deliver me from the crocodile. But by the end of the prayers, when he realizes that today this crocodile is catching me, something else will catch me tomorrow, something else will catch me day after tomorrow. So I don't want to continue anymore in this material world. Please deliver me from the crocodile of material existence. That will be his concluding prayer. This is the transformation. The three modes of material nature are the duality of the material existence are like the crocodile, or the shed work nakra. As Prutu Maharaj past times it is mentioned that the six anarthas are like six crocodiles. The material existence is like the ocean. The jiva is the one who is swimming in the ocean of the material existence. He will be caught by six crocodiles of six anarthas or six senses time and again. It is very difficult to become free from these six crocodiles of six anarthas or six senses and go across the meta ocean of existence. It is only possible if you take shelter of the boat of Lord's lotus feet. That is what he is saying. So something or the other will always catch us, trouble us in this material world. Please deliver me from all together. That was his prayer. That's why Parikshit Maharaj says, actually this is a special pastime. Please narrate in detail. Because Parikshit Maharaj is also in one sense the same condition. For no reason, he made a mistake of garlanding Shemika Rishi with a dead snake and he was cursed to die in 7 days. He does not want to. By being here, knowingly or unknowingly, we start doing so many difficult things, mistakes, unusable things, unusual things. So better get rid of this entire material existence and go back to Godhead. That is the prayer. That is the essence of the prayers of Gajendra. So last week we have seen, I think, 4 5 prayers. First section we have seen 5 prayers, and we'll continue today from that sixth prayer onwards. But in the first 5 prayers, Gajendra is asking that Om Namo Bhagavate Tasmai Yadayeta Tidatmakam Purusha Yadi Bijaya Paresha Yabidimahi. So he says that you are the original source of everything. You are the cause of everything and you are the original Adi Bijaya. You are the source of everything. Para Isha Abhi Dhimahi. This is like Gayatri mantra. Om Namo Bhagavate and Dhimahi. So he is offering the Moola mantra for Lord Hari. So and then he is continuing. Then he says that how the Supreme Lord is the source of everything. Yasmin idam yatat chedam yenedam ya idam swayam. Yo yosmat parasmat cha parastvam prapadde swayambhuvam. Here he is using all the grammatical rules. We have 7 vibhaktis. Pratama, Vitiya, Tutiya, Chaturthi, Panchama, Shashti and Saptami vibhakti. All 7 vibhaktis are used to indicate that how the Supreme Lord is connected to this world. It is He is creating. The universe depends upon Him. It is maintained by Him. It is meant for His pastimes. It belongs to Him. So like that. All these different vibhaktis are mentioned in that. And then in the next verse he says that it is by your will Maya creates the entire material existence and operates, and everything is done by Maya in this world, but you are the ultimate master of that Maya. And you are the witness. Maya Adhyakshena Prakriti Sute Sacharacharam. You are the continuous witness of the entire operation of the material existence. And just like um, you are the ultimate source, ultimate shelter of this entire existence, you are also my shelter. And it is you In your form as Kirosya Vishnu is taken the responsibility of protecting the universe or everyone in the universe. I am also one who belongs to this universe. See, kindly protect me. Have been going through suffering for last 1000 years, sir 10,000 years. Kindly protect me. So, so you only exist before the creation, and even when the creation is going on, it is you only protect everything, and you only remain after the complete annihilation. You always exist. You are eternal. So, since you are eternal, so you take care of us who are your subordinates. So in the initial verses only he is telling that please protect me since you are the protector of the entire universe and please protect me. Sa atma mulo avatu mam parat paraha avatu mam. Since you are the lord of everyone, you are the master of everyone, you are the protector of everyone, please protect me also. So in the beginning, in the fourth verse only, is asking for protection, is immediate protection from the crocodile. But by the end of the prayers, he'll say, अभी बहुत हो गया, अभी material existence को हटाओ. Please take me out of this material existence. That is the transition in his prayers. So now, today we'll continue from text number 6 onwards. Verse number 6 will explain that the Lord is not understood by anyone. Anyone and everyone cannot understand the Supreme Lord as he is, Tatvataha. Because those who understand the Supreme Lord Tatvataha as he is are qualified to go back home back to Godhead. So in that way. न यस्य देवा ऋषया पदं विदुर्
यस्य देवा ऋषियो पदं विदुः
जन्तु पुनः कोऽर्हति गन्तुमीरितुम्
जन्तु पुनः पूरितं तन्तु इरत्तम्
यथा नटस्याकृतिभिर्विचेष्टतो
यथा नयस्तावृतभिर्विशेषतो
दुरत्ययानुक्रमणः समावतु
तुर्यत्त अनुक्रमणं सह अवनतु. Translation: An artist on stage being covered by attractive dresses and dancing with different movements is not understood by his audience. Similarly, the activities and features of the stream artist cannot be understood even by the demigods or great sages, and certainly not by those who are unintelligent like animals. Neither the demigods and sages nor the unintelligent can understand the features of the Lord, nor can they express in words his actual position. May that supreme personality of Godhead give me protection.
Hmm. This verse is similar to that verse spoken by Kunti Maharani in the first canto, wherein she says that Maya Javanika Channam Agnya Dokshajam Avyayam Alakshase Modadrusho Nato Natyadaro Yata. So similar to that verse only. Same way here Gajendra is saying. Just as an ignorant cannot understand the forms represented by a dancer, the Devatas and sages do not know is Swarupa, and none among the ignorant people can understand or express his Swarupa in words. May that Supreme Lord protect me. So indirectly is telling that I am an ordinary animal. What do I know about you? What I know about you is always just few broken words which I've already said. So kindly, even though no one knows about you completely, even the great sages and devatas cannot know you about completely, but still you always protect them. Similarly, don't say that you don't know about me, why should I protect you? Don't like that. Whether I know or not, you are the maintainer and protector of the everyone, so please protect me. He's again telling, Mavatu, please protect me. Recent people, ignorant people, cannot understand or talk about the Swarupa of Supreme Lord. The form of the actor changes by using his fingers, hands, eyes, and glances. It is like the traditional dance art. Bharatanatyam, Kuchipudi, Kathakali, etc., etc. They keep moving their hands and they showing some indications which indicates those understand it. They understand that they are actually depicting the particular pastime through the movements of their eyes, face, hands, legs, etc. So this can be understood only those who are familiar with that kind of understanding, with that kind of dance forms. Ordinary people cannot appreciate that. The form of the actor changes by using his fingers, hands, eyes, and glance to illustrate the words of a song, which indicate things like the moon or a lotus. The singer is singing. He might be telling that, okay, he might be talking about the beauties like the moon. So they'll display through the hands, eyes, facial expressions, etc. But these forms cannot be understood by a person ignorant of dancing. So those who are not familiar with this dancing language, they cannot appreciate this. Similarly, the meaning of the Lord's actions cannot be understood by the ignorant. His actions cannot be understood. Duratyaya anukramanaha. What Lord does, how Lord does, why Lord does, this cannot be understood by ordinary people. Those who know the science of God can appreciate a little bit. Even the sages and devatas cannot understand then what to speak of ordinary people, and especially what to speak of me, a elephant. Like that is telling. But still, you are the protector and maintainer. Please protect me because I am also one of your subjects. So like that. Then he continues. This is one interesting verse. This is in good verse. You can memorize also. Didrikshavo yasya padam sumangalam.
दिदृक्षवो यस्य पदं सुमङ्गलम्
विमुक्त संगा मुनया सुसाधवः.
विमुक्तसङ्गा मुनया सुसाधवः
चरन्त्यलोका व्रतमौ व्रणं वने.
चरन्त्यलोका व्रतम् अव्रणं वने
भूतात्मभूता सुहृदा समे गतिः.
भूतात्मभूता सुरदा समे गतिः Renunciants and great sages who see all living beings equally, who are friendly to everyone, and who flawlessly practice in the forest the vows of brahmacharya, vanaprastha, and sannyas, desire to see the all auspicious lotus feet of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. May that same Supreme Personality of Godhead be my destination.
Mhm. So till now he was telling that please protect him, Mavatu, Mavatu. Now he says that okay, that is fine. Even though your tattva is not known to everyone, but the only opportunity one can know you is when they have your darshan. Mad darshana paramavadi. Whatever hardship that we go through, all our hardships culminate in complete success when we have the darshan of the Supreme Lord. As Lord says in second canto, Mad darshana paramavadi. Now Gajendra says, if at all a dumb person like me has to understand you, that is only possible by your audience. For your audience, many sadhakas, many devotees are working very hard following so many rules and regulations of sadhana. Please listen what all they do. Now he says, Ditrikshavo yasya padam sumangalam, with a desire to see your lotus feet which is completely auspicious. Vimukta Sangha, they give a bad association. Munaya, the Munis, the great souls, all Rishis. Susadavaha, but they stay in the association of Susadhus. So Asanga, from Asanga they stay away. From Susadhus they always be close. Cherantaloka Vrataman Vranam Avranam Vane. So Bhutatma Bhuta Suruda Samekatihi. So they see each and every living entity as themselves, and they see Paramatma in the each and every living entity, and because they want to see the Lord in front of their eyes. So like that, I also have the same desire. I also have to have your darshan. It's like that is telling. Desiring is auspicious lotus feet. Persons who associate with devotees, Susadava, who are proper sages, who see all beings as themselves and who are friendly to all. Bhutatma Bhuta Charantyaloka Varanam Vratam Avranam Vane. Perform devotional vows without failure in the forest. That Lord is my goal. Many sages who stay in the forest, they continuously follow so many rules and regulations. They see each and every living entity as non-different from themselves. That means they don't harm anybody. And then, why they are doing all these things? With a intense desire to have your audience. I also have the same desire. So like that, he is telling. Though the Lord is invisible to all people, he becomes visible to the person who performs devotional vows. Bhakti, who seriously practices bhakti, for them the Lord becomes visible very soon. Those who desire the lotus feet of the Lord, who have given up material association, are those who take the association with persons superior to liberated souls, the devotees, Vimukta Sangha. So Mukta is liberated soul. Vimukta is specially liberated soul. Vimukta always refers to devotees. In the Bhagavatam, when the word Mukta comes, it refers to Sahajya Muktas, are self-realized. Vimukta refers to devotees. Those devotees who practice vows beyond Varnashrama, Aloka Vratam, without fear of falling. So, in that way, so basically says that those who desire to have darshan of Supreme Lord should associate with Susadava, pure devotees, not Vimuktas, not Muktas. Muktas are after Brahmajyoti, but Vimuktas are after Bhagavan. Such kind of Vimuktas association should be sought after so that they can nourish and increase their desire to see the Lord. Eventually, they get to see the Supreme Lord. Same way, 11th canto says, Yanastaya naro rajan na para na pramadeta karehi chet dhavan nimilyava netre naskalenna pate diha. So here this verse says, just like in the previous verse, it is said that they are sure that they will not fail. Avrunam, that means bhakti will not fail anybody. Same thing is also indicated in the teachings of Navayogendras to Maharaj Nimi, I suppose. O king, one who accepts this process of devotional service will never be affected by pride. Even while running with closed eyes, he will never trip or fall. That means those who have taken bhakti with full heart, such kind of people will never have pride and never will be affected by pride. And such kind of people can go practicing bhakti without any confusion or without any doubt of falling down again. Because that is the glory of bhakti. Once one takes shelter of bhakti wholeheartedly, there is no looking back for that person. That is the greatness of bhakti. So, in this way, how and when one can realize the Supreme Lord, though generally no, everyone does not know, but still there is a hope that one can know. How that is possible? We should take shelter of pure devotees who are completely dedicated to Supreme Lord. In their association, our desire to see the Lord will be maintained and progressed and increased. Then one day one will be able to see the Supreme Lord. So this is what Gajendra is telling. Any questions till now you are able to follow, Hare Krishna?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. Now, in the next section, he talks about what is the purpose with which the Supreme Lord appears. Of course, recently only we celebrated Janmashtami. So all devotees were discussing about why Lord appears, how Lord appears, all these things. Here Gajendra also talks about some points why Lord appears. What is the purpose? न विद्यते यस्य च जन्म कर्म वा
न विद्यते यस्य च जन्म कर्म वा
न नामरूपे गुणदोष एव वा
नामरूपे गुणदोष एव वा
तथापि लोकाप्ययसम्भवायया
तथापि लोकाप्ययसम्भवायया
स्वमायया तानि अनुकालमर्चति
स्वमायया तान्यनुकालमृच्छति
तस्मै नमः परेशाय
तस्मै नमः परेशाय
ब्रह्मणेऽनन्तशक्तये
ब्रह्मणे अनन्तशक्तये
अरूपायोरुरूपाय
अरूपायोरूपाय
नमः आश्चर्यकर्मणे
नमः आश्चर्यकर्मणि. The Supreme Personality of Godhead has no material birth, activities, name, form, qualities, or faults. To fulfill the purpose for which this material world is created and destroyed, he comes in the form of a human being like Lord Ram or Lord Krishna by his original internal potency. He has immense potency and in various forms, all free from material contamination. He acts wonderfully. He is therefore the Supreme Brahman. I offer my respects to him.
So here, so lots different attributes are indicated. He who has no birth or activities. Na vidyate yasya chak janma karmava. Na janma, na karma. No name or no form. Na nama, rupa. Na guna, na dosha. And no qualities or no faults. But in spite of that, he who has no birth and no activities takes birth and performs activities. As Brahma and Shiva at the time of creation and destruction. So the Supreme Lord manifests himself as Brahma, performs creation, manifests himself as Shiva, performs destruction by his energies of Rajas and Tamas for creating and destroying the universe. Lord Brahma endowed with Rajoguna creates, Lord Shiva endowed with Tamoguna destroys. These are the activities of Supreme Lord. I offer respects to Paramatma, Tasmai Nama Pareshaya, Brahmane unto Brahman, Ananta Shaktaye with unlimited powers, Arupaya who is devoid of material forms, Ururupaya but who has many spiritual forms, Namah Acharya Karmane and who performs wonderful activities. Acharya Karma, Adbhuta Karma, Acharya Karma. He is the one who performs all wonderful activities. Though the Supreme Lord has no material birth and material activities, he appears with birth and actions in this world. He again and again appears in various avatars and performs various activities. However, at the time of destruction and creation, the Lord accepts birth and activities in the forms of Brahma and Shiva by Rajoguna and Tamoguna for creation and destruction. So throughout the universe is there, he appears in various avatars. At the beginning of the creation as Brahma, he performs creation. At the end of the universal time for destruction, he assumes the form of Lord Shiva. So these are all his manifestations only. So like that, slowly, slowly he is revealing his understanding about the Supreme Lord. So the maintenance of the world is by Lord Vishnu. He is not mentioned since he is beyond Maya. Thus, non-material birth and non-material activities are not forbidden for the Supreme Lord. So Brahma and Shiva thing is only mentioned, Vishnu thing is not mentioned, even though he is there, but that maintenance is not material activity. It is not done by material sattva. It is actually spiritual sattva. He is beyond three modes. So that's why it is not mentioned. Thus, one cannot reject the birth from Devaki. Actions like lifting Govardhan are names and forms like Krishna and Rama. So, because Nayasya Janma, Nayasya Karma, He is telling that means, so the Lord has no birth, no karma. That means the Krishna and Rama are illusory. Like that one may say. No, not like that. He has Janma and karma, but they are divine. They are not ordinary material. So in that way. According to Shruti, material influence is forbidden. Nishkalam, Nishkriyam, Shantam, Niravadhyam, Niranjanam. So these are the different attributes of Brahman. Brahman is glorified with this. Brahman is described with these terms. So the Lord is without parts. Nishkalam means without parts, without divisions. And Nishkriyam, without action. Shantam is completely peaceful. And Niravadhyam, without any fault. Niranjanam, without contamination. He has no contamination of mode of Rajoguna or mode of Tamoguna or Sattva also. He situated himself in Shuddha Sattva. So in that way. Other words which describe the absolute truth. Ashabdam, Asparsham, Arupam, Avyayam. The Supreme Lord is beyond sound. That means the material words cannot describe him. Asparsha means he is beyond touch. The material body cannot touch him. Arupam, he is beyond form. He does not have any material form. Avyayam is indestructible. He is eternal. He is Sat. So in that way. This is from Kata Upanishad and Shweta Upanishad. And then from Chandogya Upanishad. But spiritual activity and qualities are described in him. Sa sarva karma, sarva gandha, sarva rasa, sarva kama. So here it is said Nishkalam, Nishkriyam, Shantam, Nirvaddam, Aniranjanam in one Upanishad. Other Upanishad says Hashabdam, Asparasham, Arupam, Avyam. Another Upanishad says Sa, he, the absolute truth is Sarvakarma, is the performer of all activities. Sarvagandha is the person who possesses all fragrances. And Sarvarasa is the taste, is the possessor of all rasas. Sarvakama and is person filled with all desires. So we can see this from Nectar of Devotion. Srila Rupa Goswami says that Akila Rasamruta Murti. Lord Krishna is Akila Rasamruta Murti. He is the person of all 12 rasas. So Sarva Rasa, Sarva Gandha, just by smelling the fragrance that is coming from the lotus of Lord Vishnu, the 4 Kumaras became pure devotees. So in that way. So he possesses all the activities, all fragrance, all tastes, and all desires. But these are all spiritual, not material. That is understanding. When you say Nishkriyam and Sarakma Karma, Nishkriyam means no material activity, but he has all spiritual activities. So something like that. Vishnu Purana says, Gunamsha doshamsha mune vetita samassa kalyana gunatmako hi. He is devoid of faulty. He is devoid of faulty qualities, but has all auspicious qualities. Samasya kalyana gunatmako hi. Kalyana gunatmaka, all auspicious qualities he possesses. He does not possess any material inauspicious qualities, but he possesses auspicious spiritual qualities. So that is these are the attributes of Supreme Lord. And then there is further discussion. Janma Shakti Balaishwarya Virya Tejamsha Cheshata Bhagavad Shabda Vachani Vinaheyer Gunadibihi. So we always say Bhagavan. Bhagavan is the one who possesses Viryasya Ashasriya Jnana Vairagyyoschaiva Sannambaga Itingana. The same verse again Vishnu Purana says in a different way. Jnana, Shakti, Bala, Aishwarya, Virya, Teja, etc. The word Bhagavan means the person endowed with unlimited knowledge, Jnana, unlimited Shakti, unlimited strength, Bala, unlimited greatness, Aishwarya, unlimited power, prowess, Virya, unlimited beauty, Teja, without any inferior qualities. Amsha, Sheshataha. So without any amshas, whatever he has in full. He does not have in part. So that is understanding. That's why he's called Bhagavan. So then further Padma Purana says, Yoso nirguna iti bhukta shastreshu jagadishvara prakriti riheya samyukter guna heyatva muchyate. Here Padma Purana says, It is said in all scriptures that the Lord of the universe is without qualities. Yosau nirguna iti bhukta shastreshu jagadishvara. The Jagadishvara is nirguna, and this is the essence of all the shastras. But at the same time, he is devoid of inferior qualities. Prakriti heya samyukter. When you say nirguna is beyond, he does not have any qualities, means he does not have any prakritis qualities, which means material qualities. He does not have any material qualities, but he possesses all spiritual and transcendental qualities completely. So finally, the Rigveda mantra says, Om Astyajanato Namachit Viviktana Mahaste Vishnu Sumatim Bajamahe. The Lord's name is spiritual. Om Asya Jnanato Nama Chit Viviktana. The Lord's name is spiritual. O Vishnu, your name is spiritual. Chit, self-revealed. It is Mahat. Knowing that name a little, not completely. Even little. Asya means even little, if not completely. Chanting impurely. Viviktana. We have attained fine intelligence about you because that name Om is perfect in itself. It is Sat. So Rigveda is telling matlab, the Vedas personified is saying that even though your name is spiritual, self-revealing, because it is self-revealing and spiritual, even those who know little bit about your name, which is Om, they will attain fine intelligence about you. With that, they will be able to understand you. Dadami buddhiyogam tam yenamam upayantite. So in that way. So this is how, from different Shrutis and Smruti scriptures, we understand what is the nature of the Supreme Lord. So in that way. Arupya means unto the Lord divide of material form. Hururupaya means unto the Lord who has many spiritual forms such as Rama and Krishna. Lord is devoid of any material forms, but Lord is endowed with so many unlimited, countless spiritual forms such as Krishna, Rama, Narasimha, Varaha, Kurma, etc., etc., etc. So this is the understanding of the personality of Godhead, which Gajendra is giving us.
Hare
Even
Krishna,
though
sir.
yeah, one second. Even though he has no janma, no karma, but he takes janma and he performs all the karmas. That's why his janma and karmas are divya. That's why Bhagavad Gita Lord Krishna says, those who know my divya janma and divya karma will never take birth again in this material world. Instead, they'll come to me. So, in that way. Hare Krishna. Yes, Matish.
Prabhuji, here it was mentioned that the Brahmaji's function of creation and Shivji's function of destruction, they are coming under the purview of modes. But Lord's Lord Vishnu's function of maintenance, it is beyond modes. So, like, how exactly it affects us, the jivas, like means something being in the mode or something, because as we know the creation, maintenance, destruction, but we don't understand, we don't experience something different, na, like that.
See, here the point is he want to describe the Supreme Lord as transcendental. Even though the Lord is known as the maintainer of the universe, the maintenance is the activity of goodness. One may say, वो क्या बड़ी बात है, वो भगवान कैसे होगा, वो भी हमारा जैसा ही है, वो भी भौतिक जगत के अंदर कुछ काम कर रहे हैं. Like that one may say. So for that reason, Gajendra want to exclude that even a chance of one coming up with such kind of questions. That's why he does not even include Lord Vishnu. So that's how we have to understand.
Okay, so means Gajendra feels that that is a function which is beyond the modes, and Lord is beyond the modes, that he wants to establish. That.
Yes. Even though apparently it seems to be like any other material activity, the protection. But no. See, for people in general, they see the protection maintenance me giving food, roti, kapda, makan, like that one may say. But from Gajendra's point of view, what is the real protection? The real protection is taking Jiva from this material world out.
Okay.
That is the ultimate protection. Na? How long you will stay in the material world, how long this material protection will be offered. What is the
Yeah,
eternal protection?
going beyond this material world.
Who can offer that eternal protection? So from that point of view is indicating. So this
Okay.
is Gajendra's understanding about Supreme Lord. Our understanding may be limited here, material protection only. But Gajendra's understanding of Supreme Lord is beyond that.
Okay.
In that way.
And Prabhuji, then the understanding is that, like, means when we say that Lord only means as Brahma he creates and as Shiva he destructs,
Mm.
like that. So
Yes.
that one, he just acquires that covering of modes for the time being. That is how it should
No. In one sense, he empowers Brahma and Shiva to do the respective activities.
be. Okay.
See, in one sense, as he mentioned the previous verses, it is he who maintained the entire universe through the medium of Brahma, Shiva, and Vishnu. At the same time, he remains transcendental. Even though by empowering Brahma and Shiva, he is taking care of the creation and maintenance, which are apparently appears to be material activities, but his way of empowering them itself is a Asharya karma. Adbhuta. So that word came na last line. Asharya karmane. That itself is Asharya. So externally seems to be performing little activities, but we cannot understand in Tatvataha. Even Devatas and Rishis can understand. How can we understand? So that is that is the way we have to see.
And Prabhuji, one small point from what recap you did from the last time. Like it is also mentioned in the Bhagavatam purport that means the elephant king was without eating or without having anything, he was fighting for 1,000 years like that. So how it should be understood, Prabhuji, that like any living entity without having anything like supplements, they is able to fight means it should be understood that the whole pastime was orchestrated by the Lord. That is why the actors means those who were in that pastimes they could also do some adbhut karma like.
No, no, not like that. Even you see, Droma, you remember Droma Raj? He performed tapasya for 6 months. How he could do it? For us, one Janmashtami, one Nirjala Ekadashi itself is very tough job. एक
Yeah.
दिन 24 hours without eating or drinking itself is tough job. But ध्रुव महाराज 4 महीने के बाद कुछ खा नहीं पी रहे, सिर्फ हवा ले रहे बस, वो भी once in 15 days. How is that possible?
Because the body gets spiritualized with that austerity. Is that the
See,
understanding?
one way you may say like that. Our body gets spiritualized, not like that. Because he is a person who belongs to Satyayuga. They have that ability. Inherently, the Satyayuga people have that ability.
Okay.
Just because we don't have that ability, you cannot put our own things upon everyone. हाँ हम कुछ नहीं कर सकते एक दिन खाने के बिना, ऐसा कोई नहीं कर सकते, नहीं ऐसा नहीं. Every person at different place has a different abilities. Same way for Gajendra, he belongs to some other place, he does not belong to our place. This pastime did not happen here nearby Bombay or Pune or like that.
Yeah.
It is happening in a different place only, which is meant for different category of people. Their food, lifestyle, everything is different. So there they can manage for such long because their lifespan itself is thousands of years.
Yeah. Right. Prabhu.
Like that we
Even
have
so,
to
in the
say.
material world, still we have seen now in fifth canto that different people have different capacities, and even the
Hmm.
external environment is very different. So
Yes.
yeah, means maybe because we are means at least in this realm where we are, we have very limited capacity. So it becomes very inconceivable for us to understand. Right.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Thank you.
Even same way Arjuna also, if you read Mahabharata, Arjuna also doing same austerities like that of Dhruva Maharaj. And at the end of the 6 months, he also fought with Lord Shiva. if you are fasting for so much time, you don't have any energy to do anything. But Arjuna was fighting with Lord Shiva vigorously. एक चीज फास्टिंग करना, तपस्या करना, खाली बैठना, दूसरा चीज उसके ऊपर फाइट करना. So how is that possible? Because their bodily structure is different. They could do, because we cannot do. That does not mean that no one can do. We cannot imply that rule to everyone.
That is means for the Kali Yuga, it is said that the only sadhana is chanting of the holy name, so that you can, whatever in this body's capacity, what one can do, that Lord has.
Yes. Hare Krishna. Other devotees have any questions?
No, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Yes, Madhuji.
I just wanted to know, in the previous couple of slides, you gave references from many scriptures like uh, Rig Veda and Vishnu Puran and others also. So I'm just
Shruti and
thinking,
Smruti. We need to quote always both Shruti and Smruti. If you
yeah,
only quote Puranas, they'll say, Puranas are not this thing. If you only quote Vedas, why only Vedas? So both Shrutis and Smrutis should be supporting a particular statement. In that way, anywhere, Acharyas always quote Shruti references and Smruti references in order to establish the nature of the absolute truth.
yeah. So my point was, firstly, uh, all these scriptures are being referred to or studied by you all, huh? Is it?
No. These are all Acharyas commentaries.
Acha, Acharya's commentary.
I have not read. Just because they quote and we read. That's all. We read and understand.
Okay.
Um,
And one thing which always comes in my mind, that in spite of so many proofs of Krishna being the supreme and Lord having the form, still the impersonalists, especially the Mayavadis, do not understand this aspect. So why is like that? I mean, there are so many, like Prabhupada often gives the proofs of Lord being, a person and having spiritual form and everything like this. Also, in one sense, people say that the Gajendra prayers looks like as if Gajendra is addressing somebody who is not having form. Like it's like kind of a generic prayer rather than a particular person prayer. So I'm kind of confused. Why like this? I mean, we very well know that Krishna has a form. His all Narayan forms and Vishnu forms are also ever existing forms. Then why like this?
of course, it all depends on one's upbringing. Everything depends on how one is brought up and what kind of culture one is exposed to. Since we have been exposed to ISKCON, we have been hearing about personality of Godhead from the very first day onwards. So we always see such kind of references. And others who always see the Upanishadic study, who always do the Upanishad studies and all, we hear from Upanishads, see Upanishads, they see all the references which are referring to the impersonal aspect of the absolute truth. And the explanations given by their teachers are also in the same way. So they are exposed to that one so much. So obviously they will be inspired by such kind of descriptions, just like we are inspired by the descriptions of personality of Godhead. If we start discussing the impersonal Brahmajyoti for 2 hours, everyone gets bored. Abhi bahut ho gaya, bas band karo. Like that we'll say.
Mm-mm.
So it depends on one's upbringing.
Okay, so what kind of studies and culture they are into? That's what it is.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Some will say, these interpretations are not proper. Some will say, okay, it may be proper, but they are low. What we know is highest, and what you are saying is lowest. Just like we also say.
Mm-hmm.
Satchitananda, we say Bhagavan is Satchitananda, Paramatma is Satchit, and Brahman is Sat.
Mm.
They may say Ulta. So,
Mm.
like that.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Nama Atma Pradipaya
Namaatma Pradipaya
Sakshine Paramatmane
Sakshini Paramatmane
Namo Giram Viduraya
Namo Giram Viduraya
Manasas Chetasamapi.
Manasas Chetasamapi. Translation: I offer my respectful obeisances unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the self-effulgent Super Soul, who is the witness in everyone's heart, who enlightens the individual soul, and who cannot be reached by exercise of the mind, words, or consciousness.
Mm. Just like you are saying that na, Gajendra's prayer or looks like not so personal specific. Same way in the fourth canto, if you remember our Atri Muni also similarly offers same prayers to that Jagadisha, as if he does not know who that Jagadisha. He addresses to that Jagadisha, to that protector of the universe, to that creator of the universe, like that he addresses. Of course, that is being done sometimes to keep the personality of Godhead secret. Parokshawada Rushya, Paroksha Mamacha Priya, Rajavidya, Rajaguhyam. So sometimes not to be criticized as a partial, they in general these are the attributes of absolute truth, like that they offer prayers. Even directly offering prayers unto Lord Krishna, Lord Rama, like the personal description, they will be marked as okay, you are people are partial to Bhagavan. They are okay. They are okay being called as a partial to Bhagavan. But some people not to want to be called as partial to a particular aspect of the truth. They address all the three aspects. They glorify Brahman aspect, they glorify Paramatma aspect, they glorify Bhagavan aspect also. Everything is included. At the same time, they are not specific to a one person. So such kind of prayers we can see in the Bhagavatam once in a while. Here Gajendra in the fourth canto, Atri Muni. So like that, some places it comes and Vedas personified the prayers after Vedas. There also they offer the prayer subjected to Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagavan. Such kind of descriptions come multiple places because that is the nature. Sometimes some people want to be objective, some people are partial, so they are specific. Like we are partial to Krishna. There are some devotees are partial to Rama. Some devotees are partial to Vamana, Narayana, Nrsimha, Vrusha, like that, different avatars. So in that way we can say.
So it's okay, like it, right? So
Okay,
those
okay, okay.
like,
It's all one's mood, devotees mood and devotees rasa.
all inclusive kind of.
Especially we can say that those who are in Shanta rasa, they are neutral. They are not. They are impartial.
Mm-hmm.
But those who are in Dasya, Sakya, Vasalya, Madhurya, mostly Dasya, majority devotees in Dasya rasa, they become partial. Dasya means partial. Hanumanji says,
Yeah,
Dasosmi Koshalendrasya. I am the servant of Koshalendra. Even if you say that the Koshalendra and Krishna are same, he still says no. Even though both of them same, I'll offer Naman to Krishna, but I am surrendered to Rama. That is
yeah,
partiality.
very much person. Uh,
Ah,
related, yeah,
so
yeah.
that starts from Dasya onwards. But at Shanta level, they respect everyone.
Okay.
They are impartial.
I'm forgetting the fourth canto, Atri Muni pastime. Can you just remind one line? Can you say what was it about?
No, basically wanted to have a son like the Jagadishwara. He who is Jagadishwara may bless me a son like him. He
Mm,
offers prayers like that. Three of them come Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva.
yeah, yeah.
And Vishnu says, we three are Jagadishwara, we three are same, we are non different from each other. So, three of us will give you son. So, you will get three sons.
Mm-hmm.
So, like that.
Yeah, yeah, now I remember.
Because he being neutral, he got three sons. If he was partial, he would have only one son.
Mm-hmm.
So, like that, something way like that we can say.
Okay, okay. Thank
It
you.
all depends on one rasa. It is devotees rasa. According to rasa, they will offer prayers. Shantarasa, they offer prayers respecting everyone.
Hmm.
So like that we can say. From Dasya onward, things become partial. This is personal.
Personal, yeah.
Yeah. Like in Rasalila pastime, when Krishna disappeared, all the gopis were searching for Krishna. Suddenly Vishnu appeared in the midst of them.
Yeah,
So they offered namaskar and they asked Vishnu, "My dear Vishnuji, where is Krishna? Have you seen Krishna? Which side he has gone?"
yeah,
Abhi- That is rasa.
true.
They are not disrespectful. At the same time, they are partial to Krishna.
Mm-hmm.
So in that way.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
So here, Gajendra is telling that I offer respects to the Paramatma who reveals the Jiva, who is the witness of the Jiva, and who is not approachable by the Jiva's words, mind, and chitta. So this verse is about Paramatma. So what are the qualities of Paramatma? In Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna also tells that 13th chapter, I suppose. Paramatma, Gatir Bharta, Prabhu Sakshi, Nivasa, Sharanam Suhrut. This is 9th chapter, I suppose. Gatir Bharta, Prabhu Sakshi, Nivasa, Sharanam Suhrut. These are the different attributes of Paramatma. Same way here also, you see. I offer respect to the Paramatma who reveals the Jiva. It is by the mercy of Paramatma only everything is revealed to us. Sarvasya chaha mritisannivishto matta smriti jnanam apohanam cha. And who is the witness of all jivas? So he is Kshetrajna. Kshetrajna chapi mamiddi sarva kshetreshu bharata. There is one Kshetrajna in this body who knows about this body. There is another Kshetrajna who knows every body. Sarva kshetreshu bharata. So he is the witness of everyone's activities and he is not approachable by Jiva's words, mind and chitta. Even though he is very near to us, but is very far to us. We cannot approach him through words, through mind or chitta. That means we are so away from him. Santam samipe ramanam ratipradam vittapradam nityamimam vihaya akamadam shoka moha prajna. Pingala, he was looking for a customer since evening till midnight, but she could not get even one customer. Then their realization dawned upon her because that day at noon time, a Avaduta Brahmana visited her home asking for some bhiksha. And she said, I'm a prostitute, I cannot offer you anything, but I will tell you who can offer. So she served him in such a way that he would get his bhiksha. She offered him some residence, which belongs to some Brahmana. She also approached some Brahmana to offer some food or some bhiksha to this Avaduta Brahmana. Because she served him, that midnight she attained the realization. That Avaduta Brahmana was Lord Dattatreya, the son of Atri Muni. Lord Vishnu who appeared as Dattatreya, that person only traveling here and there everywhere as Avaduta Brahmana. And that day he was served by this Pingala. So the whole evening she was waiting for the customers, but finally she could not. So she's saying that Santam Samipe Ramanam Ratipradam. The Paramatma is there very close to us in the heart. Santam Samipe Ramanam Ratipradam. I am doing this business or prostitution for enjoying, but Paramatma can give us complete enjoyment. Ramanam Ratipradam. Vitta Pradam. I am also doing this profession, following this profession for Vitta. Paramatma also can give us, and I am getting this Ramanam or Vitta once in a while, but Paramatma can give me every day, Nityam. But giving up that Paramatma who can offer me enjoyment and Vitta every day, I am taking shelter of Akamadam, Moha, Shoka Pradam. Those who offer me Shoka and Moha, and those who cannot fulfill my desires. Tuchha Maham Bhajagnya. I am worshipping that Tuchha, giving up this Paramatma. Like that she says. So, same way. Here, the glories of Paramatma are indicated. So, with our material worlds and material thoughts and material consciousness, we cannot approach Paramatma. With spiritual words and spiritual thoughts and spiritual consciousness, we can approach Paramatma. That is understanding. The Lord is not understood by mind and words of the Jiva. The Lord is the revealer of knowledge of the Jiva, Atma Pradipaya. That which is revealed does not know the nature of the revealer. So basically, as Srila Rupa Goswami writes in the Bhakti Samsindhu, Prabhupada quotes again and again this, what was that? Ata Sri Krishna Namadi Nabavet Grahya Indriyai Sevon Mukhehi Jivvadau Swayam Eva Spurati Yada. By our words and endeavors, we cannot realize the Supreme Lord. The realization will come on its own when we serve the Lord, when we engage in Lord service, utilizing all our 14 senses, 5 Jnanendriyas, 5 Karmendriyas, and 4 Antakaranas. When all the 14 senses are engaged in service of the Lord, then the knowledge of the Supreme Lord or knowledge about Atma will be revealed on its own in the core of the heart. So that is understanding. Here is a verse from Srimad Bhagavatam, 6th canto, chapter 4. Daksha is offering prayer, Hamsagurya prayers. The body, life air, senses, internal senses. The body is grass body made up of Pancha Mahabhutas, 10 life airs, Jnanendriyas and Karmendriyas. Internal senses are Manbuddhi, Ahankara, Chetana, the grass elements, and the sense objects, the 5 Tanmatras, do not know themselves or other things are the Jiva. They neither know about themselves nor about the Jivatma. The Jiva knows all these items and the gunas which cause them. But the Jivatma knows this entire body. That's why he's called Kshetrajna. He knows about the Kshetra. He also knows Paramatma, but does not know the omniscient Lord. I worship that Lord with infinite qualities. The Jivatma with some endeavor can understand the existence of Paramatma, but he may not know completely the reality of the Bhagavan. So this is the prayer offered by Daksha. Daksha says, a Jivatma with little endeavor can understand Paramatma, but not Bhagavan. But here Gajendra says, even Jivatma cannot understand Paramatma also. Because at the basic level, even we cannot understand Paramatma. So like that. He further continues. So since we cannot understand by our endeavors, but we can understand him when he appears on his own. When he comes and stands in front of us, we can see him, we can perceive him, we can smell him, we can talk to him, we can understand that he has a form, he has fragrance, and he has beauty, and he speaks, and he also performs wonderful activities. Everything we can understand when he himself makes visible to us. So like that.
Hare
Sat.
Krishna, Prabhuji.
Mataji.
Sorry, Prabhuji, but like when we say that yogis understand Paramatma or Paramatma is revealed to them like that. So means yogis, indriyas, like senses, they are spiritualized. That is why they can perceive Paramatma. Whether this
No, they understand because of sadhana. Just by simple words and thought, we cannot understand. That is the meaning. When you follow the rigid sadhana, you will realize. Without that, we cannot realize.
yeah,
And
but like
the first cut, we cannot. That here the meaning of this verse is, and the first cut we cannot understand. Just by now, normally we can speak. By normal words we can understand. This is table, this is laptop, this is mobile, this is water, but like that we can understand. But if you say somebody, this is Atma, this is Paramatma, how many of us will understand Atma and Paramatma?
no, like means for us it is a theoretical knowledge, no, Prabhuji.
Even the theoretical knowledge also cannot be understood. Even nowadays, I am taking some classes for IT students. We are discussing Bhagavad Gita, second chapter. There is elaborate discussion about Atma. How many of us will understand? Yesterday we were discussing this one, Karmanyeva Adhikarasya Mahaphaleshu Kadashana. No one could appreciate what the meaning of that verse है. ऐसा कैसे हो सकता है? ऐसा कैसे? आपको अधिकार है, but आप नहीं बोलना चाहिए. आप कर्म करने वाला है करके. And should not enjoy the fruits. What is that? So it is very difficult. At first cut, difficult to appreciate. But as one progresses further and further by practicing rigid sadhana, then things become clear. Things becomes understandable.
That too, Prabhuji, sadhana means the yogi kind of sadhana, na? Because we also do sadhana. But that our sadhana will not lead us to the realization of Paramatma. Like those who
No,
are
it will. See, if a devotee realizes Bhagavan means he should also realize Paramatma and Brahman. Because Bhagavan realization should include Brahman and Paramatma realizations.
oh, okay.
Obviously. As we say, Brahman is Sat feature, Paramatma is Sat and Chit feature, Bhagavan is Sachitananda. That means सच्चिदानंद में भगवान है तो सच्चित वाला परमात्मा भी है, सत्य वाला ब्रह्मन भी है, पूरा हो जाएगा.
Okay, means it will not be separately revealed, but how it is said that what is the purpose is served by the whole sea. A
Ah,
small river will always it is included in that. We need not separately decide.
yes,
That
yes,
way
yes,
it can
yes,
be applied.
yes, yes, yes.
Okay, thank you.
Mm. Just like simple, we say that Krishna is Sarva Avatari Krishna. Krishna is source of all incarnations. So in Krishna, everyone is there. If you understand Krishna, you understood everyone. You understood Rama, you understood Narasimha, Vamana, everyone you understood. So that is understanding.
Yeah, yes, thank you.
So Bhagavan means he also encompasses Parabrahman and Paramatma. See, Bhagavan is whom? He is with form and activities. Paramatma is who? He is with form but without activities. Who is Brahman? Brahman is without form and without activities.
Yes, very
So
nice.
you has activities and form. You can also see the form only. You can also see activities only. You can see him without form, without activities also. So everything is understood in that.
Yes, yeah, thank you. Understand.
सत्वेन प्रतिलब्धाय
सत्त्वेन प्रतिलब्धाय
नैष्कर्मेण विपश्चिता
नैष्कर्म्येण विपश्चिता
नमः कैवल्यनाथाय
नमः कैवल्यनाथाय
निर्वाण सुखसंविदे.
निर्वाण सुखसंविदे. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is realized by pure devotees who act in the transcendental existence of Bhakti Yoga. He is the bestower of uncontaminated happiness and is the master of the transcendental world. Therefore, I offer my respect unto him.
So he further says, I offer respect to the Supreme Lord, who is attained by bhakti, performed by the devotee, free of material desires, and endowed with knowledge, to the Master of Liberation, to the Lord, who has knowledge of the bliss of liberation. See, the first two verses he spoke about Brahman, then he spoke about Paramatma, now he is speaking about Bhagavan. All are covered. This is like Shantarasa. सत्वेन प्रतिलब्धाय नैष्कर्मेण विपश्चित नमः कैवल्यनाथाय निर्वाण सुख संविदे. So in that way, I offer respect to the Supreme Lord, who is attained by bhakti, performed by the devotees, free of material desires and endowed with knowledge. And to whom they are performing bhakti? To the Master of Liberation, Kaivalyanatha. To the Lord, who has knowledge of bliss and of liberation, Nirvana Sukha Samvide. So in that way, the same verse can be interpreted in terms of Brahman also. Kaivalyanatha is Brahman, Nirvana Sukha is also Brahmananda. So it can be interpreted like that also. But our acharyas are treating this as Bhagavan. So Satvena Pratilabdhaya Naishkarmena Vipaschita. So Vipaschita are the devotees. So in that way, Naishkarma is Bhakti. So in that way, they are offering obeisances and worship unto Kaivalyanatha. So if you take Kaivalya as Brahman, Kaivalyanatha is Bhagavan. So that Bhagavad Gita shloka comes in the 14th chapter. What was that? Brahmano hi pratishtaham. Brahman is existing under my shelter. So in that way. Nirvana Sukha Samvide. The Supreme Lord is endowed with Nirvana Sukha also. So in Supreme Lord, in Bhagavatananda, there is Brahmananda also. So like that. By what means should the Lord be understood? How to understand the Supreme Lord? If we cannot understand Paramatma by our words and by our thought and by our consciousness, then how to understand him? He can be attained by being a Vaishnava. Here Sattva refers to a devotee. If at all you want to understand the Supreme Lord, you become a devotee. How? Rishikena Rishikesha Sevanam Bhakti Ruchate. Bhaktya mam abhijanati yavanyas tatvatah. So it is by bhakti we understand Supreme Lord. Sattva means the state of being sadhu or proper. Pratilabdaya means unto the law, unto Supreme Lord, who is attained by the devotee. Like Vachana and Prativachana, Labha and Pratilabha are paid and mean the devotee and the Lord. Labda Pratilabdaya. So here there is a verse from Gopala Tapanupnishad which says that it is only by bhakti we understand Supreme Lord. Bhaktirasya bhajanam tad ihamrutopadi nairasye namusmin mana kalpanametad eva naishkarmyam. Bhakti means worship of the Supreme Lord. Bhaktir asya bhajanam tad iha amutra upadi. When the mind thinks of the Lord without desire for enjoyment in this or next life, it is called bhakti. So bhakti means worship of the Lord. So what kind of worship? When the mind thinks of the Lord without desire for enjoyment in this or in the next life. So when we serve the Lord, not expecting material benedictions in return, such kind of service is bhakti. Like Bhagavad Gita, we see here that na Ananya Satata Cheta, that is like Ananya Chintayanto Mam Vajatam Priti Purvakam. Ananya Chinta, there is no other Chinta, there is only one Chinta. How to serve the Lord, how to serve the Lord. Such kind of thinking is called bhakti. Or, okay, let me serve Bhagavan, he will give me nice job, nice this, nice that. That is not called bhakti. So this is verse from Gopala Tapani Upanishad. Thus the meaning is the Lord is attained by bhakti, performed by the devotee, who is without material desires and endowed with knowledge. It is called Vipashita. The Supreme Lord is attained only by bhakti. And what kind of bhakti? That bhakti is constant service without any material ambition. So such kind of bhakti only will reveal the Supreme Lord, which includes the revelation of Paramatma, Brahman, and Jivatma. All are included in that. So that is the understanding. Now, he finally offers obeisance to that Supreme Lord, stating his different attributes. Namah Shantaya Goraya
Namah Shantaya Ghoraya
Mudaya Gunadharmine
Mudhaya Gunadharmine
Nirvisheshaya Samyaya
Visheshaya Samya
Namo Jnana Ganaya Cha.
Namo Jnanaganaya Cha. I offer my respectful obeisances to Lord Vasudeva, who is all-pervading, to the Lord's fiercely form as Lord Narasimhadeva, to the Lord's form as an animal, Lord Varahadeva, to Lord Dattatreya, who preached impersonality, to Lord Buddha, and to all other incarnations. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the Lord, who has no material qualities, but who accepts the three qualities, goodness, passion, and ignorance, within this material. I also offer my respectful obeisances unto the impersonal Brahman.
I offer respects to the Lord, who is the form of all planets of Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas. Namah Shantaya Goraya Mudaya Gunadharmine Nirvisheshaya Samyaya Namo Jnana Ganaya Cha. I offer respect to Supreme Lord, who is the form of the planets of Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas. So the entire universe, which is attributed to different body limbs of Supreme Lord, Patala, starting from Patala all the way up to Brahmaloka, having the material gunas, who is impersonal, who is peaceful, who is impersonal, who is peaceful Brahman, and who is condensed knowledge. So the other aspects of Supreme Lord, one is the universal form, other one is again Jnana Gana. So who is the condensed knowledge, and who is completely Paramatma is completely peaceful, and Brahman is impersonal. So like that, the different attributes and different ways the absolute truth exists. All of them are there. I am offering obeisance to everyone. I am offering obeisance to personality of Godhead, to Paramatma, to Brahman, to universal form, to Jnanagana, and to the peaceful, and to the Nirvishesha, for everyone. Whichever may be the attribute of the absolute truth, to all those forms of the absolute truth, I will offer obeisances. Like that. The Lord is here described as the universal form, realized by the ignorant. He is the form of Sattvika planets. The Lord is also Brahman, realized by the Jnanis. So some people treat the absolute truth as universal form. I offer obeisance to him also. Some treat the absolute truth as Brahman. I offer obeisance to him also. Some treat him as Paramatma. I offer obeisance to him also. Some treat him as Bhagavan. I offer obeisance to him also. सबको प्रणाम. So किसको कम नीचे ऊपर नहीं दिखा रहे. So like that.
Hare
Now,
Krishna, when one offers pranam or obeisances to Bhagwan, all are automatically included. Na? Like, then why such a separately each one's name and he's taking? Like, any
okay ना, what
specific.
is the problem? अभी you should not feel bad. So offer करे obeisances. उसमें क्या होता है? Now we say,
That
you may say that अभी भगवान कृष्ण को नमस्कार करे तो सबको नमस्कार हो गया. I will not visit Ayodhya. I will not visit Ahobilam. I will not go. We cannot say like that ना.
okay. Yeah.
हम नरसिंह देव को भी प्रणाम करेंगे, नरसिंह आरती भी करेंगे, भगवान राम को भी प्रणाम करेंगे, भगवान नाम राम का भी भजन करेंगे. So it's like that.
Okay. Okay.
Hmm. Now in the next 4 verses, he is talking about Antaryami, which is realized by the yogis. The different attributes of the Antaryami will discuss now. क्षेत्रज्ञाय नमस्तुभ्यं
Kshetrajnastubhyam
सर्वाध्यक्षाय साक्षिणे
Sarvadhyakshaya Sakshini
पुरुषायात्ममूलाय
Purushatmaya Mulaya
मूलप्रकृतये नमः.
Mula Prakriti Namaha. I beg to offer my respectful obeisances unto you, who are the Supreme Soul, the superintendent of everything, and the witness of all that occurs. You are the Supreme Person, the origin of material nature and of the total material energy. You are also the owner of the material body. Therefore, you are the Supreme Complete. I offer my respectful obeisances unto you.
Hmm. Just like devotees, even when we stand in front of Lord Rama, Lord Narasimha, or any other avatara, we see them as Krishna. At the same time, we see them as different from Krishna also. They are simultaneously one and different from Krishna. Same way here, a Shanta Bhakta sees different manifestations of absolute truth as same at a different. So if they are same, treat them as same. If they are different, worship them. అలాగే तो सबको worship करो. So something like that. सबको प्रणाम करो. So in that way, is offering obeisances. Like that we can take. Now he says, I offer respects to the knower of the field, Kshetrajna, Paramatma, not Jivatma. Kshetrajnaya Namastubhyam, Sarvadhyakshaya Sakshine, the monitor of all beings. Which Kshetrajna? Sarvadhyaksha, the Kshetrajna of all the bodies. That is Paramatma. The witness of all beings, Purushaya Atma Mulaya, Mula Prakritiye Namaha, the source of the Jiva and Prakriti. Atma Bijaya, Atma Mulaya, and Prakriti Mulaya is the source of Atmas, is the source of Prakriti also. Unto that Paramatma, I offer obeisances. Mahavishnu is the source of Prakriti as well as all Jivatmas. So that Mahavishnu is considered to be the Paramatma of Prakriti, and his expansion is Kirodaksha Vishnu is the Prakriti Paramatma of all the living entities. So unto that Paramatma is offering obeisances. The Lord knows the subtle and gross bodies of the Jiva. Gita says, Kshetrajnan chapi mam viddi sarvakshetreshu bharata. Know that I also am the knower of the field. Not only one field, but all fields. The Lord is the source of the jivas because he is Amshi. He is the source of Prakriti. He is Mula Prakriti. Like Mamai Vamsho, Jiva Loka, Jiva Bhuta, Sanatana. The Supreme Lord is source of all the Jivatmas, and Supreme Lord is also source of material nature. Aham Sarvasya Prabhavo Mattam Sarvam Pravartate. The entire material nature is manifested from Mahavishnu. And Mahavishnu is the Prakriti of Paramatma of the entire Prakriti and all the Jivatmas. So unto that Paramatma is offering obeisances. So these are the different attributes of Paramatma. Is Kshetrajna, basically Sarvadhyaksha Kshetrajna, is Atma Mula and Prakriti Mula. Different attributes of Paramatma. Next, he continues. Sarvendriya Guna Drashtre
Sarvendriya Guna Drashtre
Sarva Pratyaya Hetave
Sarva Pratyaya Hetave
Asata Chaya Yoktaya
Asata Chaya Yoktaya
Sad Abhasayate Namaha.
Tad Abhasayate Namaha. My Lord, you are the observer of all the objectives of the senses. Without your mercy, there is no possibility of solving the problem of doubts. The material world is just like a shadow resembling you. Indeed, one accepts this material world as real because it gives a glimpse of your existence.
Hmm. So what are the other aspects of Paramatma? He is continuing now. I offer respects to the seer of all the senses and sense objects. Mama, and what is that? Sarvasya chaham ridhisannivishto matta smritir jnanam apohanam cha. It is by the Paramatma only the jnana, the buddhi is functioning. Like that, every sense is functioning. So in that way, I offer respects to the seer of all the senses and sense objects, the revealer of the senses knowledge, who is inferred from the temporary material creation and who is visible to the devotees. Ishvara Sarvabhutani Hrideshe Arjuna Tishrati Brahmayan Sarvabhutani Yantra Rudani Maya. It is by the presence of Paramatma only this body is functioning. This body consisting of the gross body, subtle body consisting of senses and other things is able to function only because of Paramatma. It is by Paramatma we are able to relay the sense objects. It is by Paramatma we are able to realize, we are able to perform activities. Everything is being done with because of the presence of Paramatma. And that Paramatma also reveals Jivatma. So, and that Paramatma is seen as Bhagavan by devotees. So, like that. The Lord is the seer of all senses and sense objects. It is He who enables us to do activities, experience the objects. But that Paramatma who is invisible, hmm, who is kind of impersonal, but will be seen in a personal form by devotees. Because for devotees, Paramatma is non-different from Bhagavan. So in that way, the Lord possesses all the functions of the senses which reveal knowledge. So this is from Bhagavatam. Guna prakashair anumiyate bhavan. You are inferred by revelation of the senses. Because the senses are functioning, the body is able to perform some activity. That means the enabler, the energizer is there inside sitting. Because he is there, this body is functioning. If he is not there, this body will not function. As long as the body is functioning means there is Paramatma inside the heart. There is Supreme Lord is seated in the heart of every Jiva as Paramatma. Because devotees see him as Bhagavan only. They don't see him as Paramatma. So that is understanding. Brahma Samhita says, Chayeva yasya bhuvanani bibarti Durga. Durga maintains the world as your shadow. Chayeva yasya. Even though the material, one may say that body अपने आप काम कर रहा है, उसमें परमात्मा का क्या है रोल? The world is going on its own. What is the role of Paramatma? One may say. No. Maya adhyakshena prakriti suyate sacharacharam. The prakriti belongs to Supreme Lord. It is his Shaya. That's why Sushti Sthiti Pralaya Sadhana Shakti Reka Chayeva Yasya Bhuvanani Vibharti Durga. Yasyan Rupam Api Yes Cheshtateva Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Maya Devi cannot work on its own. As long as the Supreme Lord is glancing upon her, she can do something. Otherwise, she cannot do. On her own, she is unable to do any small thing. That indicates that the master Paramatma is always there. When things are happening, that means Paramatma is there. If Paramatma is not there, the things will not function. Annantarastha Paramanucha Antarastham. Paramatma is there within the Brahmanda and within each and every Paramanu and within the gap between two Paramanus also. Paramanucha Antarastham. So like that. That's why it is said, the material world is just like a pot which announces the skill of the potter. Whether the pot means somebody who is have the ability to make the pot. Part को देख के हमको समझ में आना चाहिए there is a person who made the part. Just by looking at the drawing, we should understand that somebody drew it. Just by looking at this world, we should understand that somebody created it, somebody maintaining it. So, in that way. Another version as Asati Achaya Kat Akthaya. I offer respect to the Lord who does not give shelter to his shelter of his feet to the Asati, non-devotees. Or I offer respect to the Lord who is brilliant. So different ways we can understand the meaning. But in any way, according to Amarkosha, Chaya means wife of the sun. So wife, sun god has three wives. One of them is Chaya also. Chaya means beauty. Chaya means reflection. Chaya means shade. Another meaning of this verse is I offer respect to the Lord who is visible to the devotees through, though invisible to others. For others, the Supreme Lord remains Brahman or Paramatma who is not visible. But for devotees, he is Bhagavan, he can become visible to them. Because devotees always worship, always think about, always talk about personal form of the absolute truth. So that personal form of the absolute truth becomes visible to them, becomes a reality to them. So that's why we can see this verse can be seen in all different aspects. Though Paramatma, in one sense, attributeless, activiteless, some people may think like that. But for devotees, he is full of all attributes, full of form and full of activities. Even Paramatma, who does not do anything, who is simply in Yoga Nidra, but for devotees, Paramatma is doing everything. All the activities are done by the body, in fact, are done by the Paramatma. Like that, they say. So, this is the understanding. Because Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna says, Prakrite kriyamanani gune karmani sarvasha ahankara vimudatma kartahamiti mannate. Oh, ahankari says, whatever is being done by this body, I am doing. But one who is in knowledge will say that Prakriti is doing everything. But one who is in more knowledge will say that Prakriti is doing because Paramatma is glancing upon Prakriti. One who is in more knowledge will say that Paramatma is in fact Bhagavan. It is by Bhagavan only everything is happening. So like that. Things will go further. So in this way, slowly, Gajendra is revealing his understanding of absolute truth. Whatever he used to meditate upon in the past life, they are getting into memory. And he is repeating all those things, offering praise to the absolute truth. So this is also another important prayer. You can memorize this. Namo Namaste Kilakaranaya
Namo Namaste Akhilakaranaaya
Nishkaranaya Adbhutakaranaya
Nishkaranaya Adbhutakaranaya
Sarvagamamnaya Maharnavaya
सर्वागमाम्नाय महार्णवाय
नमोपवर्गाय परायणाय
नमो पवर्गाय परायणाय. My Lord, you are the cause of all causes, but you yourself have no cause. Therefore, you are the wonderful cause of everything. I offer my respectful obeisances unto you, who are the shelter of the Vedic knowledge contained in the Shastras like the Pancharatras and the Vedanta Sutra, which are your representation, and who are the source of the Parampara system. Because it is you who can give liberation, you are the only shelter for all transcendent. Let me offer my respectful obeisances unto you.
So now he says that I offer repeated respects to the cause of everything. Namo Namaste Akila Karnaya. Namo Namaha means again and again, repeatedly. Unto whom? Akila Karnaya, who is the cause of everything. And who has no cause? Nishkarnaya. He is the cause of everything, but for him there is no cause. Like Brahma Samhita first prayer. Ishvara Paramakrishna Satchidananda Vigraha Anadir Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam. Anadir Govinda. Anadi, he has no beginning, but he is the source of everything. He is Adi for everything. That's why he is Sarva Karana Karanam. He is the cause of everything. So the same thing here also. I offer repeated respects to the cause of everything, who himself has no cause, and who is the astonishing cause without change. Adbhuta Karanaya. He is the cause, is not the ordinary cause, he is Adbhuta cause, Adbhuta Karana. So in that way. Who is great ocean of Pancharatra and Vedas, which prove is nature. Sarvaga Mamnaya Maharnavaya. He is the great ocean of Maha Arnava of Sarva Agama Amnaya. Agamas and Amnayas. Agama means Pancharatra scriptures. Amnaya means the Vedas, which talks about is nature, is transcendental attributes. Who is very form of liberation, Apavargaya, and who is the shelter of the great devotees, Parayanaya, Narayana Parayana, is the shelter of Narayana Parayanas. So these are different attributes of the Supreme Lord who manifests as Paramatma. Though the Lord is the material cause of the universe, because who is the cause of the universe? Mahavishnu. And Mahavishnu is seen as Paramatma of the Prakriti and Paramatma of all living entities. So that's why he is simultaneously Bhagavan also, Paramatma also. Though the Lord is the material cause of the universe, he is astonishing, Adbhuta Karana, because he does not transform in any way by being the material cause. So in the material world, when something creates something else, it goes through transformation. When milk becomes curd, it goes through transformation. When curd becomes butter, it goes through transformation. When butter becomes ghee, it goes through transformation. Like that. In the material world, we see all the transformations. But when it comes to Mahavishnu, even though from Mahavishnu comes unlimited universes, but he remains as he is. He does not change. But all the universe are coming from him only. But still he remains as he is. That's why he's called Adbhuta Karanaya. He is astonishing cause. He is not an ordinary cause, but he is astonishing cause. Same way, 6th canto, 9th chapter says, it is difficult to understand that you, though engaged in pastimes in the spiritual world, the Supreme Lord is constantly performing so many wonderful pastimes without a material shelter, without actions in material body, without the assistance of the devatas, without material gunas, create, maintain, and destroy the universe made up of gunas, without transformation of your sarupa, though you are the material elements. The understanding here, in the material world, all of us, if we want to create something, if we want to do something, we need the help of so many materials, which does not belong to us. For us, in order to do anything, to maintain anything, to destroy anything, we need the help of some tools or some instruments or some materials which are nothing, which do not belong to us, which are not us, which are something different from us. That means to do anything in this material world, we depend upon other objects. But for Lord, he don't have to depend upon other objects because Maya is also his own Shakti. अपना शरीर से माया निकलता है, उस माया के ऊपर देखते हुए अपना दृष्टि डालते हुए, from that Maya he produced 24 elements. See, he is there. From him that Maya comes. After Maya comes also he remains as he is. Then he glances upon Maya. And from Maya comes 24 material elements. Mahatattva, Ahankara, Buddhi, Mana, Prana, Jnanendriya, Karmendriya, Panchamahabhuta, Panchana, everything will come. After all of them came, Mahamaya is still there. It is not that Mahamaya transformed into 24 elements and Mahamaya lost its existence. No. Just like milk becomes curd, the milk loses its existence. ऐसा नहीं. Paramatma is there after Maya is produced, and Maya will be there after 24 elements are produced. So like that. That's why it is called Adbhuta Karana. So for us, we need the help of so many material entities or objects to do any small thing. But Supreme Lord, without the help of Devatas, without the help of anybody, he can do everything. That's why he is the performer of astonishing activities, Adbhuta Karanaya. So in that way. Srila Chidaswami Swami says, though the Lord is the cause, being a cause as a clay is the cause of a part is excluded. That is what is meant by Adbhuta Karanaya. See now, from our ordinary vision, from where this clay came, sir, from where this part came. So any normal person will say that अभी मट्टी को निकाल के लेके आया, मट्टी को ट्रांसफॉर्म करके पार्ट बनाया. So our intelligence only thinks about the mud transforming into part. But here Gajendra is not talking about the mud transforming into part. Gajendra is talking about the potter. The potter who transforms the mud into part. So the potter is Adbhuta Karana. So in that way. There is no change in the potter. When there is no part, potter is there. When the pot is made, potter is there. When the pot is destroyed, potter will be there. So potter can have the skill to transform the mud into pot, but he remains as he is always. But when mud transforms into pot, there is no mud. When transforms again into mud, there will be no pot. That is a material existence. So that is the understanding. The proof of this astonishing nature is given. The Lord is the great ocean. The conclusion, the resting place of waves in the form of Pancharatra scriptures and the Vedas, Hagamas and Apnayas. You are the very form of liberation and the shelter of the best devotees. So basically, he is Maha Arnava of Amnayas and Agamas, through which one can understand the nature of this Adbhuta Karanaya person. If you want to know about the Adbhuta Karanaya, please refer to Agamas and Amnayas. They will reveal about his transcendental nature. And who is he? He is the very form of liberation. He is that object who is obtained after attaining liberation. Here we don't know who is he. But once you obtain liberation, you can know about him completely. So, and he is the ultimate shelter of all the wonderful devotees. Narayana Parayanaya. So, in that way. So, in this way, the different attributes of that Paramatma, whom devotees see as Bhagavan, whom Jnanis see as Brahman, whom yogis see as Paramatma, is described in these verses by Gajendra. Hare Krishna, able to follow? Any questions?
No question, Prabhuji.
Ah,
Hare Krishna. Agamas are the Vedas, no, Prabhuji?
same. They can be used interchangeably, but
Okay.
it's okay. Agamas, Amnayas, in different contexts, it's being used like that. But in
Okay.
one sense, Shruti and Smruti. So one if you attribute to Shruti, other one you attribute to
Okay.
Smruti. So if you take Agama to be Shruti, Amnaya can be Smruti. If you take
Okay.
Agama to be Smruti, take Amnaya to be Shruti. Exact
Okay.
technical meaning I don't know. How these two words are different, what is the actual meaning I also don't know. I'm just referring to the notes.
Okay, Prabhuji.
Yeah. गुणारणि चन्न चिदुष्मपाया
गुणारणिच्छन्न चिदुष्मपाया
तत्क्षोभविस्फूर्जितमानसाय
तक्षोभविस्फूर्जितमानसाय
नैष्कर्म्यभावेन विवर्जितागमा
नैष्कर्म्यभावेन वर्जितागमा
स्वयं प्रकाशाय नमस्करोमि.
वयं प्रकाशाय नमस्करोमि. My Lord, as the fire in Arani wood is covered, you and your unlimited knowledge are covered by the material modes of nature. Your mind, however, is not attentive to the activities of the modes of nature. Those who are advanced in spiritual knowledge are not subject to the regulative principles directed in the Vedic literature, because such advanced souls are transcendental. You personally appear in their pure minds. Therefore, I offer my respectful obeisances unto you.
So in the previous verse, the different attributes of the absolute truth are indicated. Now, if further continues, I offer respects to the Lord, who is the fire of knowledge, covered by the wood of the gunas. So it's like the ocean, Maharnava, is like the wood. Here the comparison of wood is given. So in the wood, so just like in the Vedic literature, there is revelation of the Supreme Lord is there. Same way, in the wood there is fire. So the fire is there, but we can't see. When we can see, when we extract fire from wood, we get to see. When you rub two wooden sticks with each other, the fire spark comes and the fire will come. Same way, when we churn the Vedic literatures, the revelations about the Supreme Lord will come forth. So, with that understanding, now is saying, I offer respect to the Lord, who is the fire of knowledge, covered by the wood of the gunas. The three gunas are like the wood, the fire is like the knowledge of the absolute truth. So, just like the fire is covered in the wood, the three gunas are covering the true knowledge of the Supreme Lord, who manifests the desire to agitate the gunas, and who reveals himself to those who give up the rules of the Vedas by thinking of the nature of Atma. That means those who transcend the three modes of material nature, they will be able to understand the Supreme Lord. That is understand. I offer respect to the Lord, who is the fire of knowledge, covered by the wood of the three gunas of matter, but who manifests a desire to agitate the gunas. Shruti says, so akama akamayata bausyam. He desired that there be many. The Lord who desired to be many, that's why the material universe has been created. You reveal yourself to those who give up the rules of the Vedas by thinking of the nature of Atma, Naishkarmya. Basically, the Vedas talk about how to perform activities in this material world. There are so many rules and regulations while living in this world. We need to follow all the rules and regulations being part of this world. But those who go beyond this, Nairgunya, sorry about that, Traigunya, Vishaya Veda, Nistraigunya Bhavarjuna. So, because the Vedas talk about how to do, how to live in this world, which is made up of three modes, when one goes behind that, when one thinks behind that, then one will understand about the Supreme Lord. So, in that way, because the Lord is Nirguna, he is beyond three gunas. So, in that way. If you want to understand the Nirguna Lord, one need to transcend the three gunas. Then only we can appreciate and understand the Supreme Lord. So, like that. So for such people, how they will be able to understand the Supreme Lord? That he will talk about in the next verse. This is also one interesting verse, can be memorized. Madrik prapanna pashupasha vimokshanaya
मातृप्रपन्न पशुपाश विमोक्षणाय
muktaya bhuri karunaya namo lalaya.
मुक्ताय भूरि करुणाय नमो लयाय
स्वांशेन सर्वतनुभृन्मनसि प्रतीता
स्वांशेण सर्वतनुभृन्मनसि प्रतीत
प्रत्यग्दृशे भगवते बृहते नमस्ते.
प्रत्यग्दृशे भगवते बृहते नमस्ते. Since an animal such as I has surrendered unto you, who are supremely liberated, certainly you will release me from this dangerous position. Indeed, being extremely merciful, you incessantly try to deliver me. By your partial feature as Paramatma, you are situated in the hearts of all embodied beings. You are celebrated as direct transcendental knowledge, and you are unlimited. I offer my respectful obeisances unto you, the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
So, having stated about the Lord as Kaivalyanatha, Parayanaya, this, that, so many things. Now we slowly telling that you are the giver of liberation. So why should I ask only for the immediate protection from this crocodile? I should ask for liberation because you are the supreme Lord who can award liberation. So onto such a big person, why should I ask a small benefit? I will ask big benefit only. So like that is asking. I offer respects to the Lord who liberates animals like me, surrender to you. See, Lord not only liberates the great sadhakas, rishis, munis, he can also liberate animals like me also. Provided if that animal or if that sadhu, if that rishi surrenders unto you. Lord only surrenders those who surrenders unto him, who ask for liberation. He can liberate everyone, but he does not liberate everyone just like that. When we are not ready, why would he put himself in problem? उधर जाने के बाद पूछेंगे हम हमको इधर क्यों लेके आए हमको नहीं आने का था like that will may say. So only those who surrender, those who say that my dear Lord, enough is enough, I want to come back, then he will take us back, come back to God. That is understanding. I offer respects to the Lord who liberates animals like me, but surrender to you from the noose of samsara. कहाँ से liberate करेंगे? From the noose of samsara. Pasha vimokshanaya. Pasha is like the yamapash, the noose of samsara. Even though I rejected you before this time, I offer the respects to the most merciful Lord, whose mercy has no end. Muktaya Bhuri Karunaya Namo Alalaya. Swamshena Sarva Tanubran Manasi Pratita Pratyak Drishe Bhagavate Druhate Namaste. He says that he also is submitting that. I offer respects to you, the most merciful Lord, Bruhate, the most merciful Lord, but whose mercy has no end. So it's like Bhuri Karunaya. His mercy is Bhuri Karuna. उनका करुणा को कोई लिमिट कोई सीमा नहीं. Unlimited Lord, who is the mind for all beings. Sarva Tanubrun Manasi. That means he should be thought of by everyone in that way. The mind should be always thinking about the Lord, who is pervaded as Paramatma. Swamshena Sarvatanubrin. He is there as Paramatma in each and every living entity. Pratita Pratyak Drishe in his expanded form. How? Swamshena. O Supreme Lord, in your expansion, you are situated in the heart of each and every living entity as Paramatma. The Paramatma is your Swamsha, your personal expansion. And Who is the ultimate form of Bhagavan? Bhagavate. What kind of Bhagavan? Bhagavan Krishna. Pratyek Drishe Pratita Pratyek Drishe Bhagavate Bruhate Namaste. Bruhat Bhagavan, not ordinary Bhagavan. Big Bhagavan, like Bruhat Mudanga. Who is that big Bhagavan? Krishna, Sri Krishna. So, like the Supreme Lord, who is Paramatma, who is also Brahman, can liberate each and every living entity, but he liberates only those who surrender to him. So, since you can liberate even animals also if they surrender to you, I am surrendering to you. Please liberate me. So, भगवान पूछ सकते हैं आप किसको surrender कर रहे हैं? You are telling that I am surrendering to you. For to whom you are surrendering? He is telling that I am surrendering to that Lord with the most merciful Bhuri Karunaya. I am surrendering to that Lord whose mercy has no limits. Namo Alalaya. It never ends. Laya means ending, destruction. Namo Alalaya means it never ends. His mercy will never end. And who is thought of by all the devotee jivas. Sarva Tanubrun Manasi. And why? Because in their heart is situated as Paramatma. And then, who is that Paramatma? Paramatma is his own expanded form. Pratita Pratyak Drishe. The devotees, even though they are very far from the Supreme Lord, very far from the spiritual world, but they always meditate upon Paramatma who is very near to them. That Supreme Lord who is sitting in the heart of their, in the core of their hearts, they continuously meditate upon him. And whose Amsha is the Paramatma? If Paramatma is Swamsha, so one may say Paramatma is an Amsha of Mahavishnu. Paramatma is an Amsha of Shirodakshaya Vishnu, who is an Amsha of Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, who is an Amsha of Karnodakshaya Vishnu, who is an Amsha of Mahanarayana, who is an Amsha of Sankarshana, who is an Amsha of Vasudeva, who is an Amsha of Bhagavan Sri Krishna. Like that, he says that Bruhat Bhagavan. I will offer obeisances not to simple Bhagavans. So he can offer obeisances to Antaryami, he can offer obeisances to Kiroksha Vishnu, Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, Karnadoksha Vishnu, Mahanarayana, Sankarshana, Balarama. But he says, no, 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 I want to offer obeisances to Bruhat Bhagavan. This is understanding. So like that. So I am surrendered to the original personality of Godhead. So I am the most qualified to be liberated. So please, if your name is Muktaya Bhuri Karunaya, show that you are Muktaya and Bhur Karunaya. You are most merciful and you are the liberator. Show me that by liberating me. That's how he is kind of throwing challenge to Lord. Because you liberate those who surrender to you, I am surrendering to you. Prapanna Pashupasha Vimokshanaya. Pasha, any Pashu, even Pashu also surrenders to you, you will remove them from the Pasha Vimokshana. I am a Pashu. I am surrendered. So from my side, I am doing my duty. From your side, you do your duty. So like that, he is throwing challenge at the Supreme Lord. The word Pasha, noose, here refers to the crocodile and to samsara. At the beginning level, he was hinting at crocodile. Please save me from crocodile. But now he is not talking anymore about crocodile. He is talking about samsara only. That Pasha, the noose which is binding him is the samsara. Please deliver me from the samsara. He is coming to his final prayers now. I offer respects to you who liberate surrendered animals like me from the noose of samsara and take me to you whom I rejected till now, Muktaya. पहले आपके पास था, आपको छोड़कर भौतिक जगत में आके इधर फंस गया, मुझे क्षमा कर दो, but now I want to come back to spiritual world, please take me. So like that is telling. But you are not angry with me. तो भगवान बोल सकते हैं आप छोड़ के गए, मैं वापस पूछ रहे मैं क्यों लेके जाऊं, आप खुद गए, खुद आओ. Then he says that no, you are not angry because you are Bhuri Karuna, you are always merciful, you are the most magnanimous, most merciful. You will never become angry with your children, something like that. But you are not angry with me. Rather, you are very compassionate, Bhuri Karunaya, since you are not contaminated even a little like other beings in this world. Amalaya, in this material world, we are always prejudiced. We are driven by emotions. But the Supreme Lord is not like that. Supreme Lord is Samoham Sarvabhuteshu Name Dveshyosi Na Priya. Even though we may do heinous act also, he will not show envy to us. Even Lord's envy towards Jiva is also liberating. Lord becomes very angry with Hiranyaksha. Hiranyaksha killed them. As a result of that, they attain liberation. That is Lord's mercy. Even though in killing a demon, Lord shows his Bhuri Karuna. That is his transcendental nature. So in that way. Another version as Alalaya. This means unto the Lord whose mercy is never destroyed. Laya means destruction. Sushti Siti Laya. Alaya means no destruction to his mercy. He is continuously showing his mercy and he continue to show his mercy. Or unto the Lord who has not sleep, who is not lazy. So Lord does not sleep. When somebody is sleeping, does not look at us. Is not sleeping means is always looking at us, showing his compassion upon us, showing his mercy upon us. It's like that. There is no need to make our suffering known to you, for you are residing within all beings as Antaryami. So, jo suffering may 1000, I mean, for 10,000 years I am going through, I don't have to tell about that. But this is only small suffering. There is a bigger suffering beyond this. Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadhi Dukkha Doshan Sarsanam. I want liberation from that bigger suffering, not the small suffering. So, in that way. Because you being Paramatma, you know, 1000 years I'm struggling very hard to get free from this crocodile. That is anyway, you are there also as Paramatma in the heart. You know all these things. I don't have to repeat that. But I want to hint to you that I'm not asking for this small problem. I'm asking for the original problem. So in that way. You are perceived as the inner observer in all beings. Pratita Pratyak Drishe. I offer respects to Sri Krishna, Bruhat Bhagavan. So I'm not offering obeisance to small Bhagavan. Instead, I'm offering obeisances to Bruhat Bhagavan. So that's how now Gajendra is finally saying that अभी बहुत हो गया अभी क्रोकोडाइल का बात छोड़ दो संसार का बात सुनो मुझे संसार का पाश से मुक्त करवा दो because you are glorified in the agama samnas as prapanna pashupasha vimokshanaaya. Even if an animal surrenders to you, you will deliver. That is how I am a Pashu, I am surrendering unto you, not to your expansion, but I am surrendering to the original personality of Godhead, Bruhat Bhagavan. अभी आपका नाम को सार्थ करके दिखाओ. Deliver me from this material existence. Pasha Vimokshanaya. So like that, he is throwing a challenge at Lord. So, Hare Krishna. So we'll stop here for today and we'll continue with the remaining prayers in our next class. Okay,
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare
Thank you very
Krishna.
much, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Hare.
Dhanwad.
Thank you, Broji. Hare Krishna. Dandot Pranam.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
हाँ हरे कृष्णा